We are live from Pocono, Pennsylvania, where tonight the stars of the Fast Track Cup Series look to do battle with the Tricky Triangle. Up here in the mountainous area, up in Pennsylvania, of course, we're out in the Appalachian Mountain Range, and we're racing for race number 15 of the 2026 campaign. We welcome you here tonight live in Pocono Raceway. Dawson Allen on the call with you, as always, here on Monday nights. Looking forward to some more Fast Track action. Looking forward to some action at Pocono. This is a very fun track, in my opinion. And I'm glad to be here tonight. I'm glad to have some racing to do with us here tonight at Pocono. So we welcome you here to tonight's coverage of the Pocono 200. Just under 5 minutes to go in practice right now. Looks like Jacob Musso is the top of the charts in the 95 machine, still looking to see if he can snap this kind of quote-unquote dry spell throughout this season. Casey Musgraves can relate to that one. You know, this has been a guy that really I've had pegged as winning a race thus far this season. He's had a lot of pace to do it. He just hasn't had it fall his way. Right now, fastest in practice. Definitely hoping to see if he can make that change happen and make it a race win tonight. Corey Ennis, a newer member of this league. He is second fastest. Sean Kaltenbach, Andrew Moore Jr., and Alan Pajar, your top five as they run in practice so far with about 3 minutes and 44 seconds to go here in this practice session. Of course, we continue watching everybody kind of making their way around the track, just kind of getting those last few minutes of information they need, maybe to head into qualifying with, maybe to head into the race with. What you can learn here is so viable, and it's so important for these drivers, especially a certain select few drivers. We have a bracket challenge like NASCAR does in real life, but ours is a little bit different. So the way it works is we will have 3 qualifying races. We'll race Pocono, we'll race next week at Auto Club, and then we'll race the following Monday at Sonoma. Once we get through those, we have 27 drivers racing for 16 spots in these 3 races. The best points earners, or the best average finish actually, pardon me, of those 27 drivers will advance into the in-season challenge. So we've got 27 drivers racing for 16 spots in the bracket. Once we get to the bracket race, it goes Chicago, Atlanta, Wilkesboro, and Indianapolis to close it out to get our bracket challenge champion, quote-unquote. So definitely something to keep not full tabs on yet. We'll wait until we get towards that bracket. Once we get a full bracket out, we'll really kind of pay attention and have everything kind of set up on the broadcast to show you who all is in these bracket challenges. But as of now, we're only in the qualifying stages. 3 races kind of qualify the field to set them and see who'll be racing for a little extra moolah. Mentioned Corey Ennis in his second ever race in this league coming in tonight. Finished 4th last week at Michigan, looking to see if he can build up upon that and get further up in the field if possible. But he has got speed, that's for sure. But while we sit here, let's talk about what's coming up in the future here for this league. We take a look, you can see Quentin Clark is still your points leader. He's built the gap up over after last week over Tyler Marble. Taya Bolito in 3rd, Marcus Emerson back to 4th, and Michael Mueller still your top 5 in the point standings with just 15 races complete. I see our schedule coming up next week. Of course, NASCAR in real life is heading to the Coronado military base. That has been added to iRacing, but not soon enough for us to consider going. We're going to go to Auto Club, and we're going to run the oval, that big 2-mile oval down there in Southern California that no longer exists. We're running that next week, so hope to see you there. Going to be a fun race, hopefully. Sonoma to follow, then you see those 4 races, Chicago and Atlanta, North Wilkesboro, and Indianapolis. That is our bracket challenge, and then we have a bye week after, and we pick up with the final dash to the chase. After that, at Iowa, there you see Richmond, New Hampshire. Those are your races coming up soon. Of course, everything 9 p.m. Eastern here on BRN on Monday nights. So don't miss a bit of the action here for the Fast Track Cup Series. So long as nothing happens for me at work or anything that holds me back like the last time. So as we get ready, about 26 seconds left here in practice. Drivers are getting that last little bit they can of feeling out before we go into qualifying. You're trying to find what they can do to get a fast lap here when we go qualifying. Yesterday's race, of course, the Cup Series race, saw the pole sitter, Denny Hamlin, dominate en route to his victory. We saw a lot of trouble for some drivers as well. A lot of guys had problems throughout that race. We'll see if that transpires here tonight in the sim. So Jacob Musso, Corey Ennis, Sean Kaltenbach, Andrew Moore Jr., Alan Pajari, they are your top 5 fastest drivers here in practice as we get ready to roll into qualifying here at the Tricky Triangle for the Pocono 200. The isosceles triangle. It's not really an isosceles. I don't know what the... I guess it'd be a right triangle? No. Pocono wouldn't be a right triangle. It's not fully... It's not proper, I guess is the best way to put it. The way it looks, there's not a proper angle on it. Let me see. Yeah, because, no, yeah, there would not be... Turn 2 is too obtuse, is your mathematical way of saying it, to consider itself a right triangle. Whatever. Jacob Musso, fastest in practice, looking to see if he can be fastest in qualifying as well. A lot of the guys in the top 5 in practice are out early, like Corey Ennis, like Alan Pajari in the 34, as well as this number 95, Andrew Moore Jr. as well, going out early. A lot of these guys really think it's faster, the earlier they run, so they're running earlier. Trying to see if they can snatch the pole position away. With just 3 minutes and 55 seconds left in qualifying, you kind of have to go a little bit earlier. You can't wait around or else you're going to throw away your lap time, your chances of getting a lap time. So that's what you're going to see them all doing here as we make our way around through turns 1. It's Jacob Musso trying to keep it off that wall, and then he goes down this long pond straightaway all the way down, heading for the tunnel turn. Of course, Turn 2 style as like a Indianapolis corner is, of course, if you've never heard the story about Pocono, all 3 corners are designed like different racetracks. So, of course, Turn 1 modeled by Trenton, Turn 2 is modeled by Indianapolis, and then Turn 3 is based on Milwaukee. So all 3 corners based on different racetracks. It's really cool. And it gives for a different racing, feeling. So we're watching Musso right now, second fastest after his first lap. As you see there, Tyler Marble is the top of the speed charts in qualifying, trying to go for the pole position here tonight. Coming down to the line, is it an improvement? It is not. He'll stay third now as Kaltenbach jumps into second fastest. See more drivers really getting their lap times. We'll go to Michael Mueller in the number 99 car. He's coming to the stripe for his first lap. It's 53.117, it looks like, for that number 99 car. 15th fastest. Marcus Emerson has now jumped to the top of the speed charts. And we'll catch up with Dane Cruz, a guy I think being here tonight part-time this season. I think he's going to have a good shot to be in contention for the win here in this race tonight. Right now, though, only 21st fastest here, coming down towards turn number 1 once again. Teammate Marcus Emerson, though, current pole sitter. Just over a minute to go. If you haven't set a lap time, you're not going to get a lap time in. Very fast lap time of Corey Ennis just now. He went third fastest in number 40, 52.747 lap time there to put him third. Right there on the cusp of getting to Kaltenbach and Emerson's lap times. as Cruz comes off of turn 3. Not turn 4, turn 3. Hits the stripe this time. It's going to be an improvement, but it's not going to be enough to propel him to the top. 9th fastest for the 70 car as we get ready to head into our race here tonight. We'll go to a quick ad break. So you won't miss a thing. Don't worry. We'll be right back with the starting lineup and the running of the Pocono 200. So we get ready to take a look at your starting lineup for tonight's running of the Pocono 200. We welcome you here live from Pocono Raceway BRN. Ready to take you through to the checkered flag of tonight's race. But first, let's take a look at our starting lineup. Starting on the pole position tonight, it is Marcus Emerson on his outside. He'll have the number 2 of Sean Kaltenbach. Got Corey Ennis making his second start tonight. Tyler Marble looking to go back-to-back here at Pocono Raceway. If he can, he'll start outside row 2. Jacob Musso fast in practice. Can he carry that over into the race? Starting 5th tonight with Brandon Saylor to his outside. Quentin Clark at 94 with Andrew Moore Jr. in the 77 on his outside of row 4. Then it's Dane Cruz and Roger Rios Matthias that round out your top 10. David Harris starting in 11th with Brian Conklin to his outside. Jeff Marble, Alan Bajari together in row 7. Row 8's Jared Bundy and Ty Ippolito. Michael Mueller and Andrew Nieder together in row 9. And then there's Ryan Haynes and Thomas O'Hara rounding out the top 20. Starting 21st is Chris Chavez Essery with Cody Matthews to his outside. Brett Spod and Michael Kurgelak is starting in 24th. Jeff Shutt, Tracy Powers together in row 13. Row 14, Bill Benedict and Glenn Grigsby. Andrew Russo and Jake Hickson, they round out the top 30. Then you got Wayne Grassi and James Wallace together in 31st and 32nd, row 16. Brian Double and Kyle Oakley together in row 17. Brian Burchett has joined but did not make the grid. It looks like everybody is rolling, so he missed the grid in that last spot. Shotgun on the field in 35th, so 35 cars at least slated to grid. Might be just 34 tonight as we are currently rolling. Of course, I mentioned driver looking to repeat last season's winner here at this racetrack. Tyler Marble won it last year. Only drivers, let me fix that. I was about to say only driver. He's looking to become the only driver to win multiple times here at Pocono. In the 6 races that have run since 2021, we've had 6 different winners, including another driver in the field, Alan Pajari, a winner back in 2021, looking to see if he can take home a checker flag here tonight. Tyler Marble mentioned as well, last season's winner, looking to go back-to-back if he can do so. So as the field makes its way through the tunnel turn, heading for turn 3. 80 laps of action in this race here tonight. I would say the stage is going to be at about lap 40, about a halfway point, so stage points will be awarded at lap 40. No caution will come from it. It'll just be points, and that's that, nothing else. So as we make our way towards turn number 3, it's going to be Marcus Emerson who leads this field over Sean Kaltenbach to green here in Pocono, Pennsylvania. The Quaker State playing host to race number 16 of the 2026 campaign. The green flag is going to fly, and we'll be racing here in Pocono. Lap number 1 led by Marcus Emerson. Corey Ennis in the 40 machine is right on his back bumper. Kaltenbach shuffled back to 3rd. Marble 4th. Musso still 5th. And you see Corey Ennis. He's trying a different line than Emerson. He wants to try to find a way past this 22 early. He'll catch the wall. The exit of turn 1. Immediately thinking forward progress. Immediately thinking, I want to be in the lead. Here comes Corey Ennis putting pressure on the driver of the 22. Corey Ennis in the background here, looking to win in just his 2nd ever start in this league. If he can do so, would not be the first time that's happened. He's even fanning off of turn number 3. Everybody right up against that outside wall, putting it just right on there. I expect to see some guys slapping that wall down as this race goes on. There will be a lot of contact there on the exit of turn 3. Got a slow car coming to pit lane. It's Brian Duble in the 87. Heavy damage on the front end of this car. Don't see what it says would have happened to him. We'll try to take a look back. Quickly at the beer end replay. Oh, contact in the back of the field there with the 17 of Kyle Oakley. And he clobbered that outside wall. I think that might have broken the right front. And so now he is finding himself stationed on pit road, likely for the foreseeable future. See cars fanning out off of turn 3. More cars getting closer to that wall. We only have one side-by-side battle right now happening. I think that's back there in 50s. Actually, battle for the lead. Here comes the 40 car. Corey Ennis to the inside. Right as I'm about to talk about somebody else, he makes sure to put it right in there. Inside of the 22 of Emerson as they come off of turn 1. Can't get the pass done. He'll slot back in line behind the driver of the number 22. I was about to say, it looked like maybe way further back in this field there was a battle down the front straightaway. It was right up ahead of this one here. I think it's Rodriguez Matthias in the 1 trying to make a pass on Alan Pajari. Just couldn't get it done down the front straightaway. He'll slot back in line behind him. But that's all the way back in 14th and 15th as they run right now. And you can see, I think this is a really good tell, this racetrack is, of how much a bad move or an attempted move that doesn't pay off, how much it can hurt you. You know, just a lap ago, Corey Ennis was diving to the inside of Emerson for the race lead. Now, Kaltenbach is starting to breathe down his back a little bit. The 2 car starting to reel back in the 40, trying to make this a battle for second once more. As they head down the Long Pond back straightaway, heading down into turn 2, the tunnel turn. They'll make their way through it. And angling back down towards turn number 3. As mentioned, this turn modeled after Milwaukee, a very flat corner. Really very much important to set up your run down this straightaway, which a lot of guys do, and then some guys just weren't able to do. A couple cars hit the wall there, including second place Corey Ennis. I see Tyler Marble making a move to the inside of Kaltenbach now. This for 3rd. Here comes the 48 machine. He'll take this pass, and he'll clear. Slide up in front of the 2, and he'll take over 3rd place. As his championship competition, Quentin Clark not far behind, back there in 6th place. Just watching this all transpire in front of him. We'll run on board with the Drum Orpheum Rehearsal Hall onboard camera. New sponsor hopping on board that 94 machine tonight, starting tonight, I should say. Continuing on through the rest of the season. See just how you have to really angle this car to get the right run off the corner. Just back behind him, you see Dane Cruz in that number 70 car. But we're all still chasing that number 22 of Marcus Emerson, who leads the field here after starting from the pole position, led every lap so far. And he'd like to continue this trend throughout the rest of the race if he could. But a fast approaching Tyler Marble is coming for that 2nd place spot. Corey Ennis going to figure something out quick if he wants to hold this 48 car back, but It doesn't look like he's going to have much up for him. Marble heading into turn 3 on the back bumper of the 40 car. Now fading to the outside, trying to get a bit of a run angle down the front straightaway if he could. Ennis kind of blocks it. Ennis also almost catches the wall. Jacob Musso caught the wall off of turn 3. And you can see Marble ready to make this move here for a second. He'll think better of it this time. No, he'll duck down now into turn 1, trying to go for second place. See the top 3 now lined up, nose to tail, heading for the tunnel turn. Ennis trying to make a move on the outside, couldn't quite do it. Here comes Marble trying to fill the bottom up. Can Tyler Marble make the pass for second? Side by side, they're going to go down into turn number 3. Ennis stuck on the outside lane. Marble's got the bottom. Marble's going to try to slide up into him. Ennis going to hold strong on the outside lane. Marble a little sideways. Ennis will prevail for now and hold on to second. As that battle there slipped them back about 0.3 of a second behind Emerson in the race lead, heading back down for turn 1. Marble again trying on the bottom lane. Trying to work the bottom as you see Ennis roll the top through turn 1. And that helps him have a lot of steam heading down for turn 2. All the way down this back straightaway, entering the tunnel turn, but just can't get close enough to capitalize, really. Stuck just kind of staying in the dirty air through the tunnel turn. Can't get a good run. You see this is where he loses that time back to Marcus Emerson in that number 22 car. Marble again going to try the bottom lane. So Ennis tries the high side once more. Gotta be careful to not knock the wall down as you come off of turn number 3. When you come off every turn, pretty much you gotta watch to make sure you don't knock the wall down, but especially turn 3. So remember, everybody you can see continuing to hit. As you can see, a very big single file line for the most part. As now Ennis trying the high side. Emerson going to try to take this line away as Marble goes to the bottom here. Top 3 cars. Throw him under a blanket now as we head down the backstretch. Here comes Ennis side by side for the race lead. Ennis gets the run. He makes the challenge and he takes first. And you see Marble going to go by as well. So now 2 for 1. Emerson drops back to third. Ennis and Marble up now to first and second. You know, behind them, Jacob Musso trying to find a way around Sean Kaltenbach for 4th place as they head down to turn number 3. The race leaders do. Ennis, Marble, 1 and 2 as they come through turns 3. And for the first time tonight, Corey Ennis is going to lead the field here at Pocono. Got to double check, make sure he didn't lead any at Michigan. I don't believe he did. No, he did not. So that's his first career lap led here in the FastTrack Cup Series, so patch stuff on the back for that one, I guess. At least I think it's his first. Yeah, it's his first start in the Cup Series. All right, so there you go. He's made truck starts, and that was all the way back in 2023, so this is a very distant return here for Corey Ennis. Coming into this league last week at Michigan, coming back, I should say, then coming back tonight as well. Looks like going to start to run some more races, but showing a lot of pace early on here, up to the race lead. Tyler Marble, Marcus Emerson, the top 3 still. And you can see the battle for 4th. Sean Kaltenbach holding the outside lane, but here comes Jacob Musso and Quentin Clark both trying to pounce in this 2 car and trying to take more spots in the top 5. Battling further back, David Hara, Michael Pergilak, and Jake Hickson all battling between themselves for 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. Really, that's the only other battle happening on track aside from the one for the race lead, which Tyler Marble is making the move to the inside. Here comes the 48 machine for the top spot. Side by side we go down the back straightaway, heading into the tunnel turn. A better line for Marble. He'll clear the 40 car. Does the 40 try to cross him over? Marble a little loose. Here comes Ennis back on the back bumper of the 48. Going to try to run higher, but Marble is going to be able to cut him off. As they come through turn 3, Tyler Marble now will lead at lap number 13. And Jacob Musso making a move to the inside of Kaltenbach. Can he take 4th away from the 2 car? Musso still on the inside of Kaltenbach coming through turn 1. Just can't get the run off the corner that he needs. And Musso going to drop back a couple spots now. As you'll see, he'll slot in maybe behind Dane Cruz. Indeed, he does. That's all the way back to 7th now. Quentin Clark takes 5th. Dane Cruz now up to 6th. Slowly but surely, that 70 car starting to move through the field, picking them off one by one. And he's doing a good job holding it steady while moving forward. Dane Cruz peeking inside of Quentin Clark for 5th place now as they head down into turn 1 on lap number 15. Cruz trying to get the run on the inside line as he can, but he can't quite fully get it clear. So Clark will maintain 5th place. See the gap for the lead starting to build a little bit. Marble now to 0.2 of a second over Corey Ennis. So they head back through the tunnel turn. I guess if turn 2 is modeled like Indianapolis, do you have to call it like Townsend Bell calls it? You know, like if you watch the Indy 500, he's talking about it's not turn 2, it's turn 2! I saw David Hart catch the wall next to turn 3 back in the background. Right now, it's nose to tail for the most part from the top 5 down the straightaways. When they get to the corners, they try every which line they can. They do whatever they want. But straightaways, they're all strictly nose to tail. You can see how much this field's gotten single file for the most part. I think Roger Izatias and Andrew Niener are the only side-by-side battle happening, and that is all the way back here for the 14th spot. These two side-by-side as they go down through turn 1. Sean Kaltenbach holding on. Actually, they get a pass on Marcus Emerson. He's going to the bottom lane. See Emerson on the inside line trying to find something to work on the bottom lane. Just see breaking the draft in the front stretch. Marble and Ennis waving, snaking down the front straightaway as Emerson trying to hold on in 5th place now. Dane Cruz on his back bumper. As you see more snaking from the race leader, Ennis trying anything he can to get by Tyler Marble. See here the battle for the lead still going on. Battle for third happening. Quentin Clark slides up in front of Colton Bach just in the nick of time as Ennis mounts a charge down the backstretch heading into the tunnel turn. Can he try to make the move in the inside of Tyler Marble and also slowly but surely making progress? How about Jeff Marble in the 15? He's up to 8th place now. 6th in the point standings. Just needing a decent run tonight, and he's doing good so far at lap 19 to make his way forward. See more fanning out here in the field as more drivers start to make moves on these older tires. Dayton Cruz to the inside of Kaltenbach. This is for P4. Can the 70 car make this move stick and get up another spot? Looks like right now, sliding on the bottom is, Jacob Musso! Hard overcorrect into the outside wall. And of course, it just has to be Jeff Marble to take the brunt of the impact as well. I just had to say he was doing good. And the announcer's jinx strikes here. The 15 heavily damaged. The 95 as well. Spun out, heavy damage. He might be done for the night as well. Big hit there over in turn 1. We'll take you to the replay, and you'll see at the same time, you'll see exactly what we saw happen. The 95 got loose in turn 1. Overcorrected and ends up taking out the 15 of Jeff Marble in the process. So we take a look at this one. You see him getting a little loose here, getting loose in the overcorrect. It snaps back up towards the outside wall. Clobbers the 15 who had nowhere to go. And another rough outing for Jeff Marble. He's been having some decent runs, fall apart because of other people's issues. Well, we'll ride on board with Jeff, and you'll see just what I'm talking about. But that 95, no shot at missing him as he comes into turn 1. See him get loose right here. Trying to save it right here, turning right, overcorrect. Bang. Just nowhere for the 1 car to go. Or the 15 car, pardon me, to go in turn 1. You'll see it here from the turn exit camera, just overcorrects up the track. Heavy hit there for the 15 and the 95. And that's going to end Jacob Musso's night. Likely going to be a good hit to the 15 of Jeff Marble. Actually, looks like he is still on track, but I can't imagine he's going to be too well off after that contact. He's trying to catch back up through the field so that when we get ready to pit here, he'll have his spot he's supposed to be in. But, of course, 21 laps in, everybody. And I mean, everybody's going to come to pit lane. There's going to be no doubt about that. You see everybody make that hard left turn towards pit road. They're going to take a set of tires. They're going to take some fuel. And they're going to see what they can do from here. But you can see the damage on Jeff Marble's car. Just barely that stealth black 15. He's got a lot of damage on that right side. It's going to likely be an extensive repair job. And if not take him out of the race, it'll definitely take him out of contention for a good run as everybody fans towards their pit stalls. Pit signs stuck out for the drivers to stop at. And we'll see how this race off pit road happens. Emerson slides through the stall. That's going to cost them some time now as they make their stops. Everybody taking tires, everybody taking fuel. And it's all about the race off pit lane. Corey Ennis is going to win that race off pit road. Did Corey Ennis take 2, or did he just take less fuel than everybody else? I'm going to look back and see really quickly. There's 2 on the on the right side. Oh, there you go. Right sides only for the driver of the 40 car, as well as Jared Bundy. I think just had a really good stop. He jumped a ton of spots up. That 3 car was way back in the field before that caution. He finds himself now 4th place after pit lane exit. Tyler Marble, Quentin Clark, mentioned Bundy, then Dane Cruz were the top 5. But how about that pit lane exit for the number 3 car, getting out at the right time? Treat it like the World Cup. Every caution is a hydration break for these drivers. Get some water in them. So we'll get ready to restart here on lap number 24 of 80. Not yet at the halfway point. More past the quarter mark. Boy. 'So here we go. Corianis, Tyler Marble, the front row, heading back for the restart zone. And back to green we go. Green flag back in the air to Pocono. Three wide back there for second as it come off the corner. Now it's going to be for third as Jared Bundy working the top lane, trying to move up to third. Clark and Cruz on the inside now as they head for turn two. Got to get this sorted out quick. Don't want to go in three wide in the tunnel turn. Cruz hits the apron, washes up the track a little bit, almost gets into Clark. Everybody fanning out, but somehow everybody keeps it pointed in the right direction. We continue on here through turn three. 3-1 they go. Sailor on the inside. Emerson, Clark on the outside. Contact is a little bit, but they keep it together. Everybody trying to sort it out. One person who's got something figured out is Corianis, who's got the race lead and trying to check out from this field. Tyler Marble, Jared Bundy, second and third as they chase him down the backstretch, heading back for turn two. Off of turn three, and it's well out in front now by half a second as the field washing off of turn three, heading out for that wall. Some hitters in the background like Jake Hickson. Looks like Kyle Oakley as well caught it coming off of the corner. And they're barreling back for turn number one. Second place right now, the contested spot, I guess, in a way. A lot of fanning out down the backstretch. A lot of cars all back here in this big gaggle, including our Daytona winner, James Wallace, right here in the 67 car, running in 21st place. On the inside, chasing a top 20 with a battle happening with Brett Spod in the number 35. We head back down into turn three. Some cars way up high, three wide up ahead. Tracy Powers in the 25 on the outside of all of that. Gap for the lead, starting to close in a little bit now. 0.3 of a second as you see Marble and Bundy starting to roll down, chase down our leader. Marble is not letting Ennis get any further away than he was that half a second he's thinking is the most he wants him gone from his sight as they come off of turn 3, heading down the front stretch once again. Lap 28 now underway here. His car's fanning out in the background. Somebody hit the wall. Might have been Bill Benedict in the number 90 car. Everybody fanning out to miss. It's Jake Hickson down low. Wayne Grossi, Andrew Niedert all down on the bottom lane as they head back for turn 1. Side by side, but Benedict way up the racetrack here in turn 1. This track all about finding space where you can get it, taking advantage as quick as possible. As you see the battle for the lead, though, and nose to tail once again for the top 3. Leader really hasn't been able to get away from everybody. They've been kind of all stuck together for the most part. Stuck like glue. As the Emerson and Sailor knocking the wall down big time there off of turn 3. More cars catching the wall as they come off the corner. But the battle for the lead. Marble trying to get a run down the front straightaway. Heading down into turn 1. Bundy trying a different line there through the corner. As you see Marble go to the inside, following Ennis, who I think is trying to block as much as he can without wrecking himself. So as Marble's trying to find his way around the number 40 car, Jared Bundy right there lurking in the background as well, trying to do the same thing. Ennis again trying to break the draft as Marble continues to chase down, trying to, wrecking in the background! Car sideways! That's a 37 Brian Conklin! Back on his back, I think that's Kurjalak as well involved. Indeed it is. 2-car spin off the exit of turn number 3. Our second caution of the night flies at lap 30 here at Pocono. We'll take a look at the PRN replay and show you what happened. Pretty obvious though what happened. Contact off the corner. So we'll take a look back at the BRN replay. You'll see it here. Just trying to hold off Kurjalak in at number 91. And then just they meet. And they meet right there. And they wind up tied up together. Conklin goes around after as a result. On board with Kurjalak in the 91 car and see what he saw. Right there, just contact, and into the wall goes the 37, and everybody else taking evasive action, missing it. And now checking up for the pace car. Oh. So I would not expect them to come back down pit road, I would say. I think we're going to stay out on the track if we're on the racetrack. We're not going to pit again yet. Only been... How long has it been? We've not been on there for 10 laps yet, so yeah. Wouldn't expect anybody except for maybe Conklin or maybe anybody else that might have gotten damaged to come down pit lane. See Kurjalak going down in the background there. You'll see Conklin coming around not long after. Some other cars that have knocked the wall down. Going to take pit lane and take some service. But as they do this, we'll be on a quick side-by-side break. Don't go anywhere. You will not miss a lick of the action here on BRN. We're taking on a quick side-by-side break.
Hey, man, you cut me off back there. What you gonna do about it? Oh, man.
Can you feel it? The taste of Coca-Cola when the race
All right,
is over.
fine.
Can you feel it? Can you feel life ain't possible? The taste of Coca-Cola.
Are we good? We're good.
Hey man, can I have one of those?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you. You said I could have one.
6-0 start.
Because you're number 60.
That's right.
Yeah.
60-minute rice. Delicious quality rice in 60 seconds.
So, Ginny, what makes you an awesome different driver?
Well, there's a lot to it. Man, it's a rush. So what makes home selling with OfferPad awesome different?
Oh, so much. But with OfferPad, it's a lot more home selling stuff and a lot less bumping into people.
I don't bump into anyone.
Home selling with OfferPad is awesome different. Request your free cash offer today at OfferPad.com.
Kyle Busch, welcome to Menards. What can I help you with today?
Well, I've got my shopping list right here. I need some green treated lumber. I need a brown Mastercraft door. I need red Clearview cabinets and some blue Dutch Boy paint.
Those are M&Ms.
And
At Menards, we carry the world's best selection of home improvement products to help you complete your next project.
you've got more of these, right?
It's all gonna fit in your car?
I got a trunk.
So what do you got in that loader, Tony?
Just did my mail run, Chase. 3,100 pounds of letters from the best fans on earth.
You have this many fans.
Yes.
You sure some of this isn't hate mail?
Nope. All fan mail.
This one's about weight loss.
That's not mine.
It has your name on it.
I'm a popular guy.
It says VIP membership renewal.
Not cool to read other people's mail, kid.
This isn't fan mail.
Mahindra, the official tractor of Tough and Stewart Haas Racing.
Welcome back here at Pocono Raceway, getting ready to restart here in the Pocono 200 on lap number 34 coming up here for this field as we get ready for the restart. It is Corey Ennis, Tyler Marble, Marcus Emerson, Jared Bundy, Quentin Clark, your top five. The pace car will dive off. And here we go, back to racing on lap 34 here at Pocono. Green flag back in the air, big launch there for the 40 car. Field makes its way off of turn one. Side by side they are for second, for the most part, if even, as Marble hangs on to it, as Emerson trying to make moves back towards the front of this field, heading back for the tunnel turn. A lot of contact in the further back half of this field. Everybody trying to sort out where they want to run, where they want to be. See, they're fanning off the off turn three. On the front stretch, Jared Bundy trying to find his way forward. Side by side with Marcus Emerson now, as Emerson trying to fight back towards the front. Side by side they go back here. Bundy and Cruz battling for fourth as now Marble on the inside trying to find his way by that number 40 car. Corey Ennis, he'll take over. It's wrecking in the background. Kyle Oakley goes around. Big hit for the 17, but we're going to stay green for now, it looks like. Quickly going to jump back and see. Just contact looks like there with the 91 of Kurjalak. He'll hit the outside wall and then gets corrected. That shuffles him back, shuffling forward and trying to is Dane Cruz. Now here's Marcus Emerson to the inside for the race lead of Tyler Marble. And in the tunnel turn, tight situation there. Marble trying to get up behind the 22. Oh, spinning! Quentin Clark saves it! What a save by Quentin Clark! Sideways in the tunnel turn, he gets it together. But quickly getting swamped by everybody, blowing his doors off now. That dropped him all the way back to 20th place, contacted in the tunnel turn. We'll go to a quick look back at it. You'll see right here, contact with Dane Cruz. Gets him sideways, but what a save by Quentin Clark. He keeps the car in one piece, but losing now points and positions as Tyler Marble runs second. Caution is out now on the racetrack. Oh, it's Andrew Nieder, James Wallace. They're around. Heavy nose damage to the front of the 36 car. Wallace, I think, caught the wall as well from that on the outside lane. And that puts us back under the yellow flag for the third time here tonight at Pocono. We'll check that BRN replay and show you what happened. See here, Clark on the inside of Andrew Nieder, coming into the tunnel turn. Oh, I don't know if that's net code or just a bad line, but the 36 sliding up the track, and then James Wallace nowhere to go. Nieder gets into him as well. You'll see it top of the screen here on the right side. 36 already sliding back up the track, trying to hold on to it. And Wallace will catch the outside wall. All right, I'll move with the Daytona winner. Sometimes you can slow it down. You can think you're picking the right lane to miss it, and all of a sudden, bang, you're a part of it. So the field gets still sorted out. Marcus Emerson is your leader coming into the halfway point of this race. You see the field looks like all going to come down pit lane. Everybody, for the most part, is coming down pit road. See how this race off pit lane goes. And Emerson handily wins race off pit lane. He wins the race off pit road, but he does not lead this field. He'll come out 11th place, 10 cars staying out, including Alan Pajar in the 34. One of our first drivers electing to stay out. Very interesting. Lights should go out this time. Indeed they do. So we're getting ready to restart here. So here we go. Pajari and Sailor, Eblito, Matthias, Moore, Shutt, Hickson, Haynes, Niedert, and Clark are the top 10 cars as they run coming to the green. Halfway home here at Pocono. Green flag back in the air. All the cars fanning out, trying to find room, like Clinton Clark, trying to make quick action of all these cars and older tires. Same with Marcus Emerson, who's up the middle of the gut, 3 wide. They'll go into turn 2. Clark on the inside, Emerson trying the top side to make it stick. And he'll stay with him. Up front, Pajari will clear Sailor, Ippolito, Matthias, and then it's Shutt and Hickson. Meanwhile, it's a mad dash of cars back here in the back that took tires, trying to fight their way through cars that stayed out. Caution, big wreck! Hey, or spot around! They're all wrecking big in the background. Duble's in it, Oakley's in it, Grigsby. I think that's the 88 car of Chris Chavez Essery. A lot of cars swept up in this one on the exit of turn 3. The big one strikes at Pocono. I believe this started with a 35 of Brett Spod getting turned on the exit of turn 3. Contact with Cody Matthews. And just like that, it's on. Everybody stacking up. Benedict gets a piece of it. Grigsby gets sent to the pit lane. But Andrew Russo, oh my God, how did he miss this when he was in the Hornet's nest? Watch how he misses this. Ha ha ha! A perfect split through the field. Hey, one more look at this incident here. You'll see it. Cody Matthews just gets in the back of the 35, trying to gas it up on the exit of turn 3. And they stack up in this moment here. And they go down pit lane. So split decisions again on who to pit and who doesn't pit. Would expect Emerson to maybe get this lead quick with Tyler Marble in pursuit. So still pacing going to be one more lap before we go back green. Going green at lap 45 here at Pocono. Brandon Saylor, Jeff Shett, Marcus Emerson, then Tyler Marble, Corey Ennis are our top 5. Step away real quick. You won't go anywhere. Don't worry. But when I get back, we'll be ready to go green here at Pocono. Green flag flies. We're back underway here at Pocono on lap 45. Saylor gets a good launch. Shutt stacking up that inside line. That's going to allow Tyler Marble a shot to try to get to the race lead. Marble taking advantage of this stack up of these older tires. Can he make it work and take the lead? He does. Bundy trying everything he can to follow suit. See Shutt driving it in, almost contact with Bundy. Way wide goes Kaltenbach. Kaltenbach catches the wall. Emerson takes evasive action. Same with Michael Mueller in the 99. Everybody fanning around down the straightaway as Tyler Marble leads, but Jared Bundy has found himself in second. Bundy is in second. He wants to quickly try to find his way up to the front and get to first if possible. He doesn't want to be lagging around back here in second again. He's finished second 3 times this season, has yet to break through and find a victory. He wants that to be tonight here at Pocono if he can make it happen. Right on the back bumper of Tyler Marble, trying to find a way to get to the race lead. Emerson now side by side with Corey Ennis down the front straightaway for 6th place as they make their way towards the turn 1. Marble's got Bundy all over his back bumper. He has got a mirror full of that red 3 machine. Bundy trying to find a way. He's shut way down low there on exit. Little moment, he hangs on to it. But here comes Bundy to the inside for the race lead. Side by side they go. Bundy will slide up in front. Marble going to try to cross him over. Coming to the front straightaway. Bundy up towards the wall. Little contact there, but he keeps it straight. Bundy leads at the line. Sailor now back in the picture of the 24 car. Sailor takes second now. As Marble shuffled back to third, gonna just chill out for now and just try to make better forward progress afterwards. Oh my God. Okay. The Mets lost to the Reds 12-0. Sorry for that reaction. Just wish the Mets would actually do something good for once this year. But turns out they don't know how to do that. That's okay. Baltimore trying to find forward progress as well. Kinda stuck, I would say, is the best way to put it. You see Baltimore on the outside trying to make it work. Oh, he pounds the outside wall there in turn. Exit of turn 1. As it's still Bundy, Sailor, Marble, the top 3. Coming next time by, it'll be 30 laps to go. See Dane Cruz waving down to the bottom lane there. Not sure if trying to break the draft or just trying to find something. So Bundy currently is your race leader, mentioned. 3-time runner-up this season, wants to change that tonight. But how about this 24 Brandon Sailor? Strategy call to get out in front here. Having a good race going for him. I like how Trading Paints apparently doesn't have his headlights on the car. Anyways. Yeah, no, just a fantastic race here for Sailor tonight. Been needing to have some decent, good runs, and he's got one going here right now. Great strategy call. Has got him in second place, chasing down possibly a victory. If not, still a solid result for the number 24 team. See Caldwell trying the high side again back there in the background. Trying to find a way to get some speed, but he keeps hitting the wall. It's going to allow Corey Ennis try to make a move on him. Ennis trying to find his way to get by Kaltenbach towards start-finish line, maybe. But you see Sailor closing in. Oh, fanning down the front stretch, Dane Cruz is. Cruz trying to make the move on Quentin Clark for 8th place. Cruz running part-time. He's trying to get a good run tonight, if he can. See the field very much starting to space back out, spreading back out, running single file for the most part. See Andrew Russo inside of Andrew Moore Jr. for 20th. That's really it. Everybody's just kind of finding their own and riding where they are. It's Tracy Powers. Shuffled about a little bit as Jeff Shutt goes by Sean Kaltenbach, who keeps hitting his outside wall. It's dropped him outside of the top 10 now. So he's under fire from Wayne Grossi for 11th place now. So very much spacing out, except for the lead, as Sailor is caught back up to Bundy. Marble is in third, right there with him as well. We expect this field to have to pit one more time. They're not going to make it to the end of this race on fuel, so no worries about that. See Kurjalak, Kaltenbach, and Kaltenbach goes around, saves it, but the caution will fly. What a save, but it triggers a yellow flag, and we are going to be under caution with 20 laps to go. We'll expect final pit stops to come under this caution, so no need to worry about anything else, because now it's going to be a mad dash to the finish. Take a look at the VRN replay, show you what happened. Just contact Wayne Gross in the inside, makes contact with Kaltenbach. Up the track he goes, and he keeps it off the wall. He keeps it out of everything. I mean, just an incredible save by Kaltenbach. I don't know if we're going to get it from this angle. This might be a bad angle. See it right there. And he somehow kept it off the wall. Just watch this one. There's a pucker factor that comes up right about here when you feel your stuff go sideways. But man, what a save. What a save by the driver of the number 2, Sean Kaltenbach. Keeps it straight, but again, yellow flag flies. That means we're going to have one more set of pit stops for these drivers to navigate. At least. And you'll see the majority come down, but some drivers electing to stay out, like the driver of the number 3, Jared Bundy. He'll stay on the racetrack. We'll see how the splits work. Race off pit lane. Tyler Marble wins it over Brandon Saylor, Marcus Emerson, Michael Mueller. But the key here, 5 cars elected to stay on the racetrack. That includes race leader Jared Bundy in the 3. Got Quentin Clark in the 94, Corey Ennis in the 40, Roger Rios Matthias in the 1, Andrew Moore Jr. in the 77, all electing to not pit under this caution and stay out. I would say interesting call, but my belief is they're going to try to save a set for the late if we get a late race restart. We'll see what happens here. Coming to green, I should say, on lap 64 of this race. So as we get ready to go back green here at Pocono, we've got ourselves a good field of cars ready to go back racing. As we get ready to restart, coming off of turn 3, restart lap 64, going to make us about maybe 17 laps to go. Green flag will fly. It's going to be Corey Ennis on the inside of Jared Bundy, coming back down towards turn number 1. Side by side they go. You see Ennis going to take the lead. Quentin Clark has been black flagged. The 94 car. Black flag served now for the 94. He'll have to come down pit road next time by. But huge for the 94. Huge for the point situation as well. Having to serve a penalty here at Pocono. Gonna really cycle him out of this race. Barring another yellow. Field comes off of turn 3. Clark is not going to serve his black flag yet. He's going to stay out another lap at least. As he battles for the race lead under the black flag. So just know that that number 93, or 94, pardon me, he has to serve a penalty. He's going to have to come down. He'll shuffle to the back of the lead lap, which will be 27th place, which could be worse is the best way to put that for him. Especially, though, if we get a yellow flag in this race, that could really be his friend. But does the 94 come down and serve this? I notice again, his black flag cleared. So he'll not be under penalty. So Clark is racing for the lead. He's racing for the win. So as the field goes now down to the Long Pond straightaway, 4 cars right here under a blanket. Ennis, Bundy, Clark, and Marble all right here nose to tail as they head towards turn 2. It's the 15 laps to go at Pocono for the Pocono 200. This 15 to go is presented by 72diecast.com. For all your new and used diecast needs, visit 72diecast.com or 72diecast on eBay today. Lots of great options, lots of new and used diecasts. You don't want to miss some of the deals he's got going on. 72diecast.com or 72diecast on eBay. It's 14 to go now with Corey Ennis leading, Jared Bundy chasing him down. Ennis looking for his first win and just his second start in this league. Compare that to the driver of the number 3, Jared Bundy, was looking for his first win this season. It would be just his 8th win overall if he could get to victory lane tonight, but his first in 2026. That's the key for the driver of the number 3. "27 cars on the lead lap in contention still if anything happens. On lap number 67, coming around next time by to 68. There's Marble on the inside of Clark for third. That's for the points lead as well. The points leaders, first and second there. Clark leads the points over Tyler Marble by a good margin. Marble really was hoping that black flag would stay and that Clark would have to serve it so that way he could go down and try to take the points lead entering Auto Club next week. Of course, Auto Club, the next race on the schedule, next Monday, 9 p.m. Eastern. Same time, same place here on PRN. But Tyler Marble makes another move forward. He'll take third place. One step closer to trying to take the checkered flag here tonight. And if he were to do so and win, it would only be his second win of the season. His first on an oval, or his third win this season, pardon me. He was the winner back at Bristol as well. Let's see the hard battles. Oh, Ennis knocks the wall down off of turn 3. More cars do the same, and look at Bundy trying to make moves. Ennis throwing blocks like crazy. Bundy finds his way to the outside, gets put in the wall. Bundy now on the high side, entering turn 1. Can he get a run to get by Ennis? Ennis going to slide up in front, try to block him. And with that slide, look at Tyler Marble now for the race lead. Bundy going to push the 40 car clear now of the 48. They'll go side by side for second into turn 2. And Ennis runs wide. Marble bobbles. 6 cars now within a spinning distance of the race lead. And how about one man? He's been quiet all night. Haven't said his name maybe once. Oh, contact there now with Clark. But it's Michael Mueller. Finds himself in 4th. Now chasing a race win with just 11 laps to go. Marble to the inside for the race lead on Corey Ennis. Here comes the 48. He'll slide way up in the corner here through turn 1. Ennis, high exit, mounted charge on the backstretch. Push coming from Bundy. Ennis, right on the back bumper of the 48 car. When does he make his move? As they'll hit the stripe this time. 10 laps to go here at Pocono. Will it be Tyler Marble in his 215th start, snatching his 32nd career victory? Or will it be Corey Ennis in start number 2, taking home his first checkered flag in the Fast Track Cup Series? Right now it's looking like Marble's got this stuff to beat. He is pulling away a little bit there from the leader, from the rest of the lead pack, I should say, but not quite yet. They're keeping him honest on the backstretch, but turn 2 and 3, the tunnel turn through the short chute, through turn 3, that's where his gap builds, and he is so good through those corners where everyone else is still struggling, but we'll see how they're able to do here. Ennis chasing as well as Michael Mueller now, who slots himself into 3rd. Mueller mentioned he's a 6-time winner in this league, including a win earlier this season back at Kansas. Looking at his 2nd of the season here tonight if he can. Nine laps to go may not seem like a lot, but at Pocono, it's an eternity. Especially if you are the leader of the field. Tyler Marble can't help but just keep watching his mirror just to make sure nothing happens behind him, just to make sure that nobody wrecks off of turn 1 or nobody's maybe sending a dive bomb into him through turn 2. He's just constantly probably looking, maybe peeking at the mirror. Not trying to, but just instinctively look up just to see what's happening. Like, for example, seeing that Michael Mueller has taken 2nd and Jared Bundy now is trying to make the move for 3rd. And I got to say, I think if anybody's going to be stout contention for this win, I think it might be this 99. Michael Mueller has had some really good lap times recently in these past couple laps. I think that 99 might have something for the 48 with just 8 laps to go. This race far from over. Just a reminder, Ennis and Bundy, 2 of the cars that stayed out on the last caution, hoping for maybe another late yellow, which they may get. Ippolito saved it. I saw him aiming towards that inside wall. I was about to write him off for dead. Instead, oh, Tracy Powers shoved into the outside wall by Coltenbach. But he gathers it up as well. And that's, of course, oh, caution is out. Brett Spawn goes around. Roger Matthias is around. And just like that, was about to say, that's not what Marble wants to keep hearing, is all these cars having problems, because sooner or later, one problem will be a problem too many. And Roger Matthias brings out a caution with just 7 laps to go. Take a look at the replay to see what happens to the driver of the number 1 machine. It's not been the greatest this season for Roger. See here, contact with Brett Spawn. Spawn into the inside wall. And And Matthias just locks it down sideways, and that triggers a yellow flag from the admins. I would say from iRacing itself, but that triggers a caution. And now we are going to have a restart. And it's going to be oh so important to see what this field decides to do, because we'll restart with maybe about 5 laps to go. So the decision comes. Does anybody pit? Nobody from the top half yet. We got some takers from the back half of the top 10, starting with Andrew Moore Jr. Jeff Shutt's coming down. Likely not going to see a lot of takers. Actually, no. Shutt bails out, so mostly staying out here. So your bet is made if you stay out here what you're going to do the rest of this race. But it's all going to be about fire-off speed. How you can get on the launch. That's going to be the key factor for these drivers tonight. These restarts, and this one especially, coming with what's likely going to be 4 to go. So we should be coming to Wonder Green this time with 5 laps to go. So here's how we'll restart. Tyler Marble, the control car in the outside lane, is your leader. Michael Mueller is second. Then it's Corey Ennis, Jared Bundy, and 5th place falls to Quentin Clark in the 94. Brandon Saylor is 6th. Dane Cruz in 7th. Michael Kurgelak is in 8th now with Marcus Everson 9th. And Jeff Shutt rounding out the top 10. This is going to be a fun dash to the finish. 4 laps to go when we go racing here to determine the winner of the Pocono 200. Coming down the chute, heading for turn 3. Here we go. The pace car is going to make that veer off down left towards pit lane. And with just 4 laps to go, we're going to have a mad dash to the finish here at Pocono. Green flag is going to fly. Racing with just 4 to go. Great restart inside line. Marble didn't get going. Everybody trying to find a way they can. Look at Dane Cruz on the inside line. 3 wide for second. Clark goes way high. Marble going way up the track. Oh, there they go. They're wrecking. Clark goes around. It's the big one off of turn 1. Pajari, big hit. More big hits down the back. But it all started with Quentin Clark. And it is a mad dash melee on the back straightaway. So many cars involved. And we're going to overtime. I could sense that one brewing miles away. And to no one's surprise, the big one strikes. Take a look and see what happens. Clark goes way high in the entry to 1, washes way up the track, and then you'll see Bundy and Emerson try to fill a hole. Clark gets turned, and then after that, it's just on like that from there. So many cars swept up in that one. You see it here. And then Emerson gets turned at the end. Everybody trying to find a way through. And every avenue that you went down was taken. I think Brian Conklin had the best view. So we'll ride with him. You just see a melee of cars wrecking. Actually, he catches the wall. And everybody's stacking up towards the wall. Another car we'll ride. We'll ride with the 9 car, Wayne Grossi. See what he saw. You see just the second half of this accident. He'll actually clip Kerjalak. You just see so many cars. Man, Pachari, huge hits for the 34 car. And then just afterwards as well. Well, this is shuffle the field around for this overtime restart because that puts Michael Mueller as your race leader, as he will be the leader. You got Corey Ennis in second. Tyler Marble dropped to 4th. Actually, Dane Cruz has scored in 3rd. And Jared Bundy is in 5th. Man, oh man, what a change-up this has been. So the time is 10:40. If we somehow continue to have overtimes and we aren't finishing this race, 20 minutes till 11. Obviously, the rule this league has, if we get to 20 minutes, if we get to 11 o'clock, I should say, the next flag ends the race. It's a hard cutoff at 11, so we will not go past that. So they're trying to see if they can make it without the calamity. So we'll get the 1 to go this time. So here we go. We're going green. Overtime. Michael Mueller, Coriolis, the front row. Green flag will fly. Overtime at Pocono. Mueller going way wide into turn one. Dane Cruz inside contact with Coriolis. Got to make it to the white flag to make this race official. Cruz gets slotted back into 5th place now, battling with Chris Chavez Essery. Marble now, getting by Mueller for 2nd. Now it all comes down to chasing down race leader Coriolis, entering turn 3. Marble right there on the inside. Coming down to the white flag. One more lap here at Pocono. Snaking down the straightaway, trying to break the draft with everything he's got. Ennis has the lead. Marble in 2nd. Marble takes it low. Ennis runs the middle through turn one. Marble gonna be on the inside. Ennis runs wide. Mueller now in position. He'll pull down. Make it 3 wide for the lead. 3 wide through the tunnel turn, hardly ever works out. Contact with Ennis and Marble. Mueller clear. Contact now with Marble. Here comes Dane Cruz. Mueller blocking with everything he's got. Marble has one last shot at him down the front straightaway. Where in the world did Michael Mueller come from? He comes from all the way through the middle of the field, and he takes the checkered flag, winning it here in Pocono. Outstanding. He'll burn it down on the front stretch. What a drive. What a win. For Michael Mueller to pick up his 2nd win in 2026. Congratulations on a heck of a drive from the number 99 car. We'll take a look at the finishing results. He'll take the victory over Tyler Marble, who came so close to taking this win. 2nd place might be enough to take the points lead back from Quentin Clark, though. We'll see how it goes. Dane Cruz will come home 3rd. Corey Ennis, 4th place last week, 4th place again this week. He'll go back-to-back 4th place finishes. Andrew Nieder comes home in 5th. Chris Chavez Essery as well. Great run tonight. Recovers to 6th. Andrew Moore Jr. in 7th. Jared Bundy, Wayne Grossi, and Brett Spaude round out the top 10. Let's see more of the field. Quentin Clark mentioned dropped to 14th. Might be enough to get Tyler Marble, the points lead back. You see Russo, O'Hara, Matthias Haynes, Benedict, and Emerson, the top 20 cars. Most of these guys were involved in that big accident there, including Tracy Powers. Michael Kurgelak, he finished 25th. There you see the rest of the cars that did not finish this race because of incident. And, of course, Brian Burchett mentioned did not start this race tonight, so he'll be scored 35th, but never made it onto the racetrack. So let's see how these top 3 drivers are feeling after that one. I know how I'm feeling. It's a pretty good show. We'll see how they're feeling coming away tonight. Of course, we'll start with Dane Cruz. Hey. Hey, Dane Cruz. Tossing out of the booth. You got a copy?
Hi, I got you.
Alrighty, well, I didn't realize those still existed, but they do. Thankfully, the broadcast didn't catch it. But, Dane, it's a third-place run for you here tonight. It seemed like it was a back-and-forth affair trying to fight to the front, but you come home third. What was that race like for you behind the wheel of the 70 machine?
It was pretty fun. Yeah, the last few laps was really good. I'm sure from it for sure was from the behind the wheel, and then I'm sure it was up there in the booth. Yeah, I had the one incident with the 94, and he's a heck of a driver, so it was kind of unfortunate. And then he drove back up there, and then I had that one really big restart. Like, passing is really difficult, especially when you get into like these like single file trains. That's like when it becomes like almost impossible to pass, and you just have to like hope the car in front of you messes up, or you can do something. But I knew restarts were how you're gonna be in it, and I made like 4 or 5 spots up on one restart, gave myself an opportunity, and then had another really good restart and almost ate it off of turn 1, and settled for P3 there at the end. But I was really hoping they'd kind of like get a little physical in front of me, and I could just drive through, but it didn't happen. So, but it was a really good finish for what was a pretty solid race.
Absolutely. Well, third place run for you. You've had a really good outings every time you show up here, but running part time. What is your feelings of this? How the season's gone for the races you've run, at least?
Well, every race has been pretty good. Like tonight, I had fun. On my end, it was a little sloppy tonight. I will be the first to admit for sure. But it didn't help that I ran NIS fixed, and that's like, there's Coke drivers in there, and they use you up. So I was kind of like used to that. I was kind of used to being used up, and these guys are they're a lot nicer. I won't lie. I brought a little too much. My intensity was like 150% when it should have been probably just like 100. But yeah, it was a solid little race. I love Pocono, love driving it. It's a good time. So I'm not complaining.
Alrighty, that is Mr. Never Complain himself, Dane Cruz. He'll finish third here at Pocono. Congrats on the place run tonight, Dane.
Thank you.
And now we'll dial up our second place finisher, Mr. Tyler Marble. So I'll kick Dane out of the booth. We'll reel in Tyler. Hey, Tyler Marble, it's us now in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes.
Well, you're getting pretty accustomed to setting foot in this booth and sitting down and talking with me. A second place run for you here tonight. Another great run, and likely going to take the points lead afterwards. What was that race like for you behind the wheel of the 48 machine?
I don't know. Can't really think of a word right now. Steady, I guess. Just couldn't seal the deal there at the end. The last couple restarts did not go in my favor, and that's what ultimately cost me the race. But hey, we were there at the end. Give it a shot.
Absolutely. Well, still though, at the end, you were there at the front. You were able to put yourself in position at least. What is that like, learning experience wise, moving on to the races throughout the later into the season, having something like this happen now instead of happening in September?
Well, I have plenty of experience of falling short when I feel like I should win, especially at this racetrack the last couple years. We got the win last year, thankfully, but it is what it is. Right, big picture, we gained points on Quantum tonight. Still in a little bit of a hole, but we got a good couple tracks coming up. Sonoma in a couple weeks, so just take it 1 week at a time. Go to Auto Club next week and see if we can keep gaining points on them. Sucks we didn't get stage points, but it's just how it falls sometimes.
Absolutely. Well, it's still a second place run for you here tonight in the number 48 machine. Teammates, sponsors, shoutouts. What got you on the podium again tonight?
My teammates, as usual, Brandon, my old man, and Brian Conklin. Staying on the topic, Brian Conklin, I thank him for an AOA wheelchair specialist coming on board again, title sponsor of the league. I'd like to thank you, as always, for broadcasting us. Brett Spod, I like to thank him. Big B Energy drink. You'll be seeing him a lot through the end of next month. This was the start of our in-season challenge tonight. This race 1 of 3 of the qualifying round. So that just got interesting with the way this race unfolded in the second half. Sim Racer Hub, iRacing iFlag, Abinbach, BMP, also a Brett Bod sponsor, a little go-kart track. Florida, DA Designs, Speeder Templating, Run Talking, Gerber Collision, and I think that everybody for coming out. And yeah, we'll go to Auto Club next week.
Alrighty. Positive steps forward, looking for Tyler Marble, looking one race at a time and looking ahead to next week where we head to Auto Club down in Southern California. Congrats on second place run tonight, Tyler.
Yeah, thank you.
And now we will go on and dial up our race winner, Mr. Michael Mueller. Hey, Michael Mueller, it's tossing down in the booth. You got a copy?
How are you?
Doing good. Well, I mentioned during the broadcast that it felt like we really did not talk about you at all tonight. You were very much through the middle of the pack. You weren't really flying through the field going forward. You kind of were just biding your time. And as the cautions fell and the cars fell out and people had problems, you were there to pick up the pieces at the end and pick up your second win this season. What was that race like for you behind the wheel of the 99 car?
Start of the race was awful, honestly. Like qualifying mid-pack, 16th or 17th, whichever it was. I thought I had absolutely no chance when they dropped the green flag. I was just arrow tight, no matter top, bottom. As soon as I got arrow tight, then I'd have too much wheel and it'd snap loose. So I was like, if we can get a top 10, I'll call that a win. But like as you said, the cautions kept falling. Made a couple of adjustments on the car. Yeah, I just hung around, kind of like we talked about a couple weeks ago when I was up here. I was like, just gotta bide my time, right? Like, don't put your nose where it shouldn't be, and just let the race come to you.
Absolutely, and come to you it did in the form of the checkered flag. But those late restarts, as we got down into it, I kind of saw you making some daring moves. They're trying to find your way through, but at the same time, how much of that was maybe just letting other people step on their own toes first before trying to make your moves?
Yeah, I mean, it's making your moves, but trying to make them aggressive, but having to make them stick. 'Cause, I mean, if you dove it in 1 or 3 and did not clear somebody and got stuck in the bottom, you were losing 3-4 spots. So, I mean, at the end, I was just sending in an entry just to get it clear and just deal with the loose off. But, yeah, I mean, that was a lot of fun. A lot of fun at the end. I'm glad we got to finish it out green.
Absolutely. Well, you take home your second win of the season. You capture that. You're able to push stuff forward in the points a little more. Just teammates, sponsors, shoutouts, Michael. What got it done for that 99 camp today?
Yeah, just obviously everybody at Downforce, me and Hanley, two-person operation over here. We put a lot of work in. Make these subs fast every single week. I appreciate him. He couldn't be here tonight. But I'm glad we got the dub still without him. He'll be back next week for Auto Club, I believe. So that's exciting. He definitely keeps my head on my shoulders when I want to, push too hard or, overdrive the car. So, Bolify be on the car every week. Downforce Motorsports be on the car every week. Jeff, Tyler for running the league. You guys in the broadcast booth every week. It's awesome to go back and watch these wins or top threes. So, it's always a good time. Thank you.
Well, alrighty, that is your race winner from Pocono here tonight. Michael Mueller takes home the checkered flag in an overtime finish here in the mountains. Congrats to the win again tonight, Michael.
Thank you.
Alrighty, so that will do it from us here tonight at Pocono. Very crazy run there at the end, an exciting finish as a whole, and that leads us to the end of tonight's broadcast. So we will bid you adieu from tonight here at Pocono Raceway. Thank you for tuning in as always. Thank you all the drivers for coming out and putting on the show for us, because, well, if it wasn't for them, then what would I be doing here? I want to say thank you to everybody else that works with me here on BRN, and of course we mentioned next week we're heading out west to Auto Club, California. We hope to see you there next Monday night, 9 p.m. Eastern here on BRN. Of course, we've also got the SOFA Racing League Thursday night. We'll be racing to kick off the chase, and I believe Darlington. That's coming up this Thursday night. Of course, should be on the channel as well. Thank you to Ryan Bogey for taking over broadcasting that. But that'll do it from us here tonight. Congratulations again to Michael Mueller, your winner here at Pocono. Take care, everybody.
It's hard enough to keep my eyes on the road. And not sure if the gear's gonna hold. It's starting to smoke, but I can't pull over. Left foot on the gas and I'm almost home. Running out.